Wow, alright, Game 5, man, Game 5 of this awesome series so far between KoMMo and Darky2. This is the VRI, guys. You listen to Ball. We are in the semifinals. The map is Battle Marshes, and this map has been chosen by Darky. He's lost the previous game, and yeah, what a series it's been so far. Darky took out Game 1, Necrons vs Space Marines, followed by the Tower Mirror, where KoMMo took a game, then Darky took a game, Eldar vs Chaos, and then finally KoMMo took it back with Chaos vs Sisters Battle. So we're drawn at 2-2. This is a winner-takes-all game, and it's Necrons versus Imperial Guard. So Darky will be groaning with, well, what's the opposite of relief? He'll be very disappointed, I think, with that pick, because Necron's a bit imbalanced, a bit underpowered, and Imperial Guard, I think, do have a bit of an edge, but we'll see how he plays it. I'm sure both players will be really playing their best to try and get through to the finals, and that will be a glorious finish to the tournament. Now, Darky is at the top of the map, the 12 o'clock position with his Necrons, and the Imperial Guard are down at the 6 o'clock. KoMMo here putting down a couple of listening posts. Darky looks like he's securing a lot of plasma generators earlier on. He's going for a fairly early summoning core as well. So I don't know whether he'll be going for quick flayed ones or wraiths, or maybe a quick tier 2. We'll find out shortly, but KoMMo has gone for the Imperial Guard commander, sending him out over the eastern plains, sorry, the western plains over there, Eastern Pass, to attack the Necrons straight away. In the meantime, just with a bit of a capping effort, I think that's 2 or 3 Imperial Guard squads, grabbing as many points as they can. Yeah, it looks like three Imperial Guard squads, one over the relic, one at the back of his base, and I think that's another one nearby. I couldn't really count, but here's the Necron Lord for Darky, teleporting to the other side of the ravine there immediately, and going straight for this listening post, which hasn't been completed by the looks. But no, he's ignoring that now. Maybe heading over to the relic. In the meantime, the Imperial Guard commander blasting away at these scarabs, these poor scarabs, losing one already, and the other one's at half health. Unfortunately, the command squad can't actually decap any points. Necron Lord heading over here to prevent the Imperial Guard from taking the relic. Good move there by Darky. That relic takes a long time to capture, and he should be able to get some kills while this happens. And there's a whole little group of scarabs being shot down by that commander, by the command squad. And yeah, come to think of it, it looks like KoMMo's only got for 2 guardsman squads, just to correct myself from my prediction earlier, not 3. In the meantime, we've got like a commissar and a wraith. A commissar and a priest being joined by a wraith here. So that wraith is trying to distract the command squad from it. There's him coming back to life after a quick blow to the forehead, and oh, taking a big hit there. So that wraith's going to go down pretty quickly. Meantime, the Necron Lord blasting out this Imperial Guardsman, running for cover, as you would want to do if you had a Necron Lord on your heels. Probably heading over to this turret over here and just going to garrison themselves inside the listening posts, or not. Okay. Well, we've got 2 squads of Imperial Guardsmen holding out against the Necron Lord there, as well as an LP2, so that Necron Lord's not really going to be able to stick around too long. And Imperial Guard Commander impaling the Wraith on his little claws there. Really annoying command squad when you've got them in the base like that. Looks like you need some Necron Warriors or something to help deal with the with the group. We'll find out what's going to be happening shortly. Scarabs, in the meantime, heading over to capture some more points. Looks like the Necron Lord and a Wraith showing up to deal with this command squad, and that should do the job. Imperial Guard Commander down to half health. The rest of his retinue... oh, the Priest is looking like he needs a fresh coat of paint. Look at that health, so to speak. Necron Lord's not looking too well either. He's taken a lot of damage from that LP2 earlier on. And it's just a matter of KoMMo keeping his squad out of the way for now, and not taking too many casualties. It looks like that point over the back in the background hasn't been taken yet by Darky. You'll probably want to take that before long. And I can just see the minimap, Imperial Guard are just going back to secure that relic. And also critical objective over at the eastern plains there, Eastern Pass. So he's going to have to actually capture that relic right from scratch, given the he didn't actually manage to succeed in capturing that earlier on. Scarab putting up an obelisk. Unfortunately, Scarab's being shot down. Wraith trying to distract the command squad from killing the Scarabs. And just taking a look at KoMMo's base. We're going to tier 2. We're about a quarter of the way there. Once he is at tier 2, there's a whole bunch of Imperial Guard options which will be dangerous for the Necrons. But let's see how these Wraiths do once Darky gets to tier 2 himself. Those Wraiths will become a lot more effective with Wraith Flight and so forth. KoMMo not being that aggressive with his Imperial Guardsmen. I guess he's only got 2 of them. He hasn't really upgraded them. He hasn't got a tactical control for any Imperial Guard squad upgrades. Necron Lord's just holding them off for now. In the meantime, we've got these Wraiths trying to deal with the command squad. They keep coming back for more. And at least those Imperial Guards commanders aren't actually wreaking any havoc in the Necron base. That's what's most important right now. And more obelisks up for Darky. Looks like he's lost a Commissar too, so Wraith's pulling back. Necron Lord hanging around. Doesn't want to really advance too close to that LP2. We've got another squad in support there. So, yet again, it looks like he's just going to lose health if he sticks around here. No point in him staying. If I was Darky, I'd be pulling out. And there he goes with the teleport, as you'd expect him to. So, Darky's sending some Scarabs over to the top left, capture that relic. In the meantime, these Wraiths are doing a great job holding up the command retinue. Putting down a second monolith. Oh, that's really interesting. Second monolith is a very expensive choice for Necrons, but obviously it doubles the rate at which you can produce units because you've got two monoliths there. So that's really going to help him later on in the game. It's a very interesting maneuver. I think a monolith really represents a huge amount of cost. I mean, for the amount of cost that a monolith is, you can actually get a global bonus or another tier of tech, really. So it's quite an investment, but once you've got it, man, that really helps the Necrons out. In the meantime, Mechanized Command going up from Imperial Guard player here, KoMMo, taking out another Scarab squad, so that's going to hurt. And more Wraiths showing up. I think he's upgraded Wraith Flight by now, so that will help. And the Imperial Guard squad's just chilling out over at the east there, capturing that critical objective. More Scarabs taking the flak. Unfortunately, Darky's probably had to rebuild a number of Scarabs this game. Oh, he's lost both Scarabs. Oh, man. That's the problem with Necrons. It's just so hard to keep your workers alive. Maybe they need a hit points buff, or maybe if they get patched, maybe what I would do if I was patching the game was to allow you to reinforce your Scarab squads to like 4 or 5 Scarabs rather than just 3. That way they stay alive for a bit longer. And that would make them a lot more durable. So I think that would be a bit of a fairer change. As it stands, they're just so easy to kill, and they represent so much time in terms of rebuilding. But Wraith's heading out now and getting stuck into the Imperial Guard. Doesn't look like KoMMo's got anything to defend against these Wraiths right now, but don't forget he's got an engineering... Sorry, he's got a mechanized support. I'm not thinking StarCraft right now, engineering base. What do you call him? Necron Warriors being showing up as well, and why not? Because Necron Warriors are free until you reinforce them, and Darky's got 2 monoliths, so things looking strong for Darky. He's playing Necrons probably to a higher level than we've seen in this tournament so far, so maybe he has a good chance. And wow, if he could pull this off with Necrons, man, total respect to him. That would be like the undisputed way to get through to the finals. Putting down a greater summoning course, so it looks like we may be seeing destroyers out of two monoliths. That would be awesome. KoMMo is probably going to get some Sentinels if he sees that happening, or some heavy weapon teams with blast cannons. Putting down that tactical control now, so that'll be useful. At least he can boost his Imperial Guard squads with dudes. Looks like we've got a lot of priests here gathering around these Imperial Guardsmen. That's going to be great for fanaticism. He is at tier 2, so he'll be able to use that. Necron Warriors pushing out around the western pass here. Nice dark green color scheme. Have been upgraded with Disruption Field, so they're going to be quite intense when they get into close combat. But I feel like the Imperial Guard will be ready for him, just given the amount of stuff that's going on. Oh, triple Wraith attack over at the LP2. They're probably going to take this out. That's a lot of Wraiths, and their building damage is quite nice. And that LP2 is really low, taking it out now. And the Wraiths simply throw on their phase shift and get out of there without taking any damage from the Imperial Guardsmen. So very intelligent play here by Darky. In the meantime, the ominous March of Doom around the west is going to show up on the doorstep of the Imperial Guard very shortly. And when that does happen, I'm going to be really